Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And welcome to the Winner Take All Championship here in Casselton for the State A Legion Baseball Tournament featuring the hometown Casselton Haymakers going up against the Jets of Fargo. I'm Chase Miller. Welcome to our pregame show brought to you in part by Casselton Lumber, where today we'll find out who's going to be crowned champ here at the State A. For the Jets and the Haymakers, they played earlier this morning in a resumption of a game from last night in which the Jets won 5-3. The Jets then will come back and defeat Devils Lake to earn their ticket to the state championship game with a 9-7 win. Well, for Casselton, by virtue of being the only team 3-0, that game with the Jets, they already knew they were going to play in the championship. It was just a matter of could they eliminate the Jets and then have a game in hand when they play Devils Lake, or would it get to where it is now, a winner-take-all contest? We'll hear from the coaches. We'll get to the starting lineup, stat and more still to come, and we'll keep you apprised of what's going on at the State B. It's our Casselton Lumber pregame show. For the title, it's the Jets and the Haymakers. We continue with more after this here in Casselton.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
As we take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard in Park River, also with Brady Siebels and Greg Grenz on the call. Lemoore with a 2-0 lead over Park River, top of the sixth inning. That's an elimination game. Winner heads to play Thompson in the state championship roughly at around 3:30, and then they would have to beat Thompson twice to win the state championship if needed. Game 2 tomorrow at 1:30 in Park River. But right now in an elimination contest, Lemoore Park River, it's Lemoore that leads it by 2 here over Park River, as we will make our way to the bottom of the sixth inning up there in Park River. Casselton and the Jets, taking a look at how these two teams fared to make it to the state championship. Casselton with a 4-3 win over Valley City to put a bow on day number 1, a 5-0 win over Kindred in the winner's bracket. They came back and defeat Devils Lake in 8 innings, 4-3 in the 2-0 matchup. They lost to the Jets earlier today by a final of 5-3 in a resumption of a suspending game from earlier from yesterday. Well, for the Jets, they topped the Bismarck Reps 11-1-5. Mason Palmer threw a perfect game against the Jets in the second round, 6-0. Jets came back and won in 11, a thriller over Valley City, 6-4. Then defeated Casselton to get to this very spot, 5-3. Then topped Devils Lake just moments ago, 9-7, to earn their spot in the championship. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get to our coaches' conversation next. We'll hear from Mitch Shear. We'll also hear from Mike Boutain, then and more on our Casselton Lumber pregame show.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com, local voices from local radio.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
As we continue on our pregame show here for the State A Legion Championship, it's the Casselton Haymakers going up against the Fargo Jets. Joining us here is Mitch Shear. Mitch, you got almost a tune-up, if you will, about 3 innings of play earlier this morning. Came up just a bit short against the Fargo Jets. So what's the message to the team now in a winner-take-all championship here?
Well, the message is now we finally know what we got to do. We just got to win one more baseball game. 7 innings of play. Come out and play our best, and let's give it our best shot and see what happens.
What's one thing that you've really liked about this team so far through 4 games here at this State Legion tournament?
We've had a lot of energy. We've played hard, and we haven't given up in any games. We've had a lot of there's been opportunities where we could have just rolled over and packed it in, but we kept fighting. We're a gritty bunch, and we found a way to win a lot of ball games so far this week.
Able to find ways to put the ball in play. What's it going to take here against the Fargo Jets, who you just saw put up 9 runs against Devils Lake? What do you think it's going to take here from your perspective to find a way to come up with a victory here, Mitch?
It's going to take our guy Cade on the mound, mixing some speeds and getting them off balance. Because you saw the last game, they can barrel up the baseball and when it's thrown right to them. So if we can mix it up a little, and we got the defense behind them to make plays and keep the run total low.
How sweet has this been? Is it a real moment to host a State Legion tournament, but also playing a state championship game here, Mitch? Absolutely.
It's a pretty cool feeling to be able to host, have a lot of preparation going into it, but done by a lot of volunteers to get everything done for this tournament in general, and then be able to be playing in the state championship game is pretty awesome.
Hey, Mitch, best of luck here today, and thank you for everything throughout the week, all the behind-the-scenes work as well here with the Casselton Baseball Association.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for everything you've done, Chase.
And again, Mitch here, the head coach for the Haymakers. Will continue with more after this here on your liveevent.com.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
As we continue here on the pregame shows, we've kind of joked all day. Good to see you again, Mr. Mike Boutain, here with the Fargo Jets. Let's just talk about that last game before we talk about your opponent here. A lot of runs on the board for both teams early. What do you think that propelled you to have Joyce come in, but also obviously coming in relief there for you guys, just to have a really nice one to finish kind of the door?
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of runs to go around. We had to play a lot of defense early in those innings, and thankfully we executed, because otherwise that could have got a lot worse, a lot faster. But Jack just stuck with it. He got better as the game went on, and then once we turned it over to Jerry, we knew he had a good opportunity to kind of mix some things up. He doesn't look the same as Jack, so keeping them at bay, and then we had a couple great defensive plays that kept us in it too. So proud of those guys.
Bottom of the lineup, 6, 7, 8, 9 batters, I believe, had 7 runs driven in. Harper Schultz, gets 2 extra base hits. When you can get production at that part of the lineup, for those not able to see it, you were smiling ear to ear here, Mike. So what just makes that part of the lineup just even more sustainable when you can do it against a team like that in Devils Lake?
Oh, it always helps. I mean, it's bonus at the bottom all the time, and we would hope that the 1 through 5 guys can turn it around here eventually too, but obviously it's a 9-person game, okay? And so I told you at the beginning of this weekend, we've got 16 guys that can compete, and we got 16 guys that can make a difference, and they're starting to show that off right now, and I couldn't be prouder of them.
as you get ready for Castle. I know it's going to be a challenge. Obviously, you played, half the game last night, played half the game this morning. You get to see them again, Mike, but what's going to be a challenge here for the second time you meet in the tournament?
Well, I think we're just familiar with each other at this point. We've seen each other 2-3 times now in 2 weeks, so we're getting close to a first-name basis. So just knowing that they know how we're going to attack them and how they've attacked us, it's going to basically just come down to who wants it more, and at the end of the day, who throws enough strikes and who hits the baseball.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun in this one. Mike, as always, thanks for everything this week, and we hope that post-game ceremony is a little bit later for your banquet here later tonight here in Fargo.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
All right, that is Mike Boutain with us here for the Jets. We'll continue with more after this in Casselton. This interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per roll per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
High school baseball here today. That interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. As that does put a wrap on our pregame show here today. Coming up, we'll get to our starting lineups and the opening pitch. But first, let's take a look at the weather conditions here in Casselton, as it has been throughout the course of today. Overcast skies, getting a little warmer, 75 degrees, winds blowing from the south, left to right across the ball diamond here, 10-15 miles per hour with gusts a little bit more than that at times. Still humid conditions, and every time we look at the radar, we just say just keep away for the next hour or two as we try to get both the games up in Park River and both the games up in this game in Casselton all wrapped up. We're kind of at that point yesterday where a spotty maybe pop-up shower, that would be about it to where this current juncture is right now. But that's a look at your weather conditions here today in Casselton. That does it for our pregame show, brought to you in part by Casselton Lumber. Find the quality lumber and materials you need to get the job done. Whether it's siding, plywood, windows, and more, with Casselton Lumber, call 701-347-4471. That's 701-347-4471 for a rendering of your next project. We're back with more after this here in Casselton when we get you ready for the starting lineups around the corner.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
At Casselton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
As we come back here with your starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Let's go like this for the visitors on the scoreboard. They will be Casselton here in this contest by virtue of being the lower seed. They'll go like this. Jack Everson will be the shortstop batting leadoff, with Logan Broughton batting second in left field. Carter Maggio, the first baseman, batting third, with Ryan Osmondstad, the right fielder, batting cleanup. Keegan Peterson, the third baseman, batting fifth, with Grayson Lewis, the catcher. He'll be batting sixth. Bryce Mueller, the designated hitter, batting seventh, with Lucas Christensen, the center fielder, batting eighth, and Brody Kegley, the second baseman, batting ninth, with Cade Lindstrom on the mound here today for Casselton. One more time: Everson, Broughton, Maggio, Osmondstad, Peterson, Lewis, Mueller, Christensen, Kegley, and Lindstrom. The Haymakers are coached by Mitch Shear, Nick Holm, and Travis Jones. While we go for the Fargo Jets, that'll be the home team by virtue of the higher seed, and it'll go like this. Sam Chase, the second baseman, batting on the leadoff spot, followed by Kobe Ebling, the pitcher on the mound here in this game for Fargo. Finn Bergset, the designated hitter, batting third with Eli Emineth, the first baseman, the cleanup batter here today for Fargo. St. Barnacle, the shortstop, batting fifth with Jack Joyce, the right fielder, batting sixth. Harper Schultz, the left fielder, batting seventh with Jeremiah Beckham. Jerry, the catcher, who did a really nice job in relief to shut the door the last couple innings for the Jets against Devils Lake. Evan Felber, the center fielder, batting ninth, and then Andrew Perrault will be the third baseman here today for the Fargo Jets. Again, Chase, Ebling, Bergseth, Emineth, Barnacle, Joyce, Schultz, Beckham, Felber, and Perrault. The Jets are coached by Mike Boutain with August Grothman and also Nate Sillerud, the coaching staff here for the Fargo Jets. Our umpiring crew calling balls and strikes, Eric Guler. Then in the base pass will be Nate Nowak with Cody Hughes and Taylor Fuse. That is our starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products, grower owned. Go to crystalsugar.com. Again, that's crystalsugar.com. And make sure you patronize all of our sponsors for allowing us to be here to provide you coverage of the State A and also the State B tournament up in Park River as well. We're back with the opening pitch for the State A Championship. It's the Haymakers and the Jets next on your LiveEvent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
Quick update from Park River. Lemoore defeats Park River 3-0, so it'll be Lemoore and Thompson in the State B Championship coming up here in about 25 minutes or so from Park River. Again, that'll be the championship. Lemoore has to beat Thompson today to get to tomorrow's game 2. If Thompson wins, Thompson will be your State B champs. You can watch that game also on yourliveevent.com with Greg Grenz and alongside with him in Brady Siebels. I'm Chase Miller with you here today from Valley Process Technologies Field as we get you ready for the state championship winner-take-all between the Jets and the Haymakers here on yourliveevent.com. There's a number of people to thank from behind the scenes, but also those here in Casselton that have helped make this possible, from Brent Everson to Cal Lewis, who've helped out with Cal going in the rain for crying out loud, grabbing stuff yesterday. Obviously with Ryan Bussey to a Dustin Maggio to a Matt Dakota, getting us lineups and everything earlier from last week. So there's a lot of people to thank with the Casselton Baseball Association behind the scene, and also all the volunteer hours that they've been able to do leading up to a state tournament. It takes a village, that is for sure, no matter if it's Babe Ruth, if it's Legion or anything else. So thanks to them for allowing us to be here, provide the coverage here at the state tournament, and also tip of the cap to those that were able to help the Casselton Baseball Association volunteering, whether it's taking tickets or any concessions, anything of that nature when it comes to the State Legion Tournament. So let's get down to business. First things first, the Jets will be wearing their red tops, their white pants with the white numerals. The Haymakers in their black tops with the white numerals and the white lettering with the white pants here today. Casselton, by virtue of being the number 4 seed, will be the visitors on the scoreboard. The Jets, by the higher seed, will be the hometown, quote-unquote, team on the scoreboard in this one. The Jets 33-9 on the season. The Haymakers at 19-17. The Jets will go with Schultz in left field with Felber in center. Joyce will stand in right. Emineth at first base. You'll have Chase at second. Barnacle at short with Peralta at third. You have Beckham behind the plate. And Colby Ebling, we've talked about his bat. Now we're going to see his arm here for the Fargo Jets in this State A championship matchup. Everson, Broughton, and Maggio. Jack Everson was the hero against Devils Lake, driving in 2 runs and the game-winning run at that opening pitch here in the state championship at 2:56. So 2:56. First game prior to this was a culmination of a conclusion between the Jets and the Haymakers. And the Jets and Devils Lake played a 2-hour, 12-minute game, and now we're here and back to business for this one. No balls and 2 strikes. Ebling on the mound here for the Jets. Here's the 0-2 offering on the way. Strike 3 looking. Everson retired on 3 pitches, and there's 1 down. So Ebling is able to get the strikeout, and we're often going here with the Fargo Jets getting the first out of the game. Now it goes to Logan Broughton. So teams played a 5-3 game, and this morning not too much when it came to the offense. A lot of really good pitching between these two to finish off the final 3 innings of that game earlier. As Broughton first pitch, this one has popped up. That'll go to the shortstop in Barnacle, and Broughton is retired on 1 pitch. 4 pitches here for Ebling, 2 outs, and very efficient start to the contest and now goes to Carter Maggio. Maggio, one of those guys who can turn the wind around and help a team in a hurry for the NDSCS product. A super senior here at the State Legion. As we'll see the pitch on the way to Carter. Carter first pitch swinging. It's going to be 0-1. Always interesting when you get to see a team. They've obviously played a handful of times this year from the course of the regular season to Devils Lake to now here in Casselton. As Mike Boutin kind of said in our pregame show, we kind of know him so well, we're on a first-name basis with him. As this one is going to be popped up, that'll go to Barnacle, and Barnacle will be there to retire this side. As 5 pitches in the inning for Ebling, as you go no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We have played a half inning. It's 0 for Casselton with the Jets coming up to the plates.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
Well, from an NCAA point of view, if you like more college basketball tournament games, you're not going to get them. They're going to cap it at 68 teams still. There is expansion of possibly going to 78, maybe 96 on some different situations and storylines, but the NCAA basketball tournaments will not be expanding beyond 68 teams this season. However, there will be conversations about future growth will continue, but for the moment, it'll still be 68 teams to make the NCAA basketball tournament. Here at the State Legion, 8 teams able to make it, 4 from the East, 4 from the West, as we get to the Jets here in their first time through against Cade Lindstrom. Lindstrom with Lewis, the battering mates, here behind the plates for the Haymakers. Broughton in left with Christensen in center, and Osmondstead in right. Sam Chase will take a ball. It's 1-0. Peterson at third with Everson at shortstop. Kangley at second. Maggio stands at first. 1 ball, no strikes to the leadoff batter here for the Jets and Chase. The 1-0 will be called a strike. It's 1-1. Last day of summer, if you will, for these boys when it comes to the baseball season. The 1-1. That'll work inside for a ball. It's 2-1. For some, as it will be for Harper Schultz. He's heading to Dickinson to play collegiate football coming up tomorrow. When it comes to Post 2, others heading off to college as well, the 2-1. And for some of these athletes, going into the fall sports mindset season, heading back to school here in a few weeks. So get to a championship game, not a bad way to finish your summer months by any stretch, as it will be 3-1, to Sam Chase. Here's a pitch by Lindstrom. That'll be over for a strike. Works the count now, 3-2. So as many pitches that you saw from Ebling is already what Lindstrom has thrown just to one batter here in the Jets lineup. The payoff pitch. That'll work for a ball. The Jets get a runner on to begin things off here in inning number 1. Now goes to Colby Ebling coming up to the plates. As we'll see the runner at first base here with Sam Chase. Chase will be held on by Maggio, and the Jets were able to get a multitude of runners on against Devils Lake. They left 10 stranded, 9 runs, 12 hits in the contest. And as much as the top guys were the can be table setters, it was 6, 7, and 8 batters who did the job as Ebling takes a strike. It's 0-1. Colby in the last game with 2 hits and 2 runs scored with a couple of doubles and 2 walks, gone on base 4 times against Devils Lake. Here's the 0-1 offering as Chase stays put. This one in the turf block there by Lewis, as it now is 1-1. As we get ready, we're inching closer to opening kickoff here in North Dakota on the 22nd of August. That'll be for 9-man and 1A. Following weekend on the 29th will be AA and 3A for high school football. The 1-1 pitch also blocked in the dirt by Lewis. It's 2-1. After Labor Day will be the start of the volleyball season. We'll have cross country here in a few weeks, already to their very first meets. And then later this week, we'll have girls golf already having their first meet of the season as well. Practices opening up today across the state. Here's a 2-1. That'll be called for a strike. It's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chase at first base. Colby Ebling working the count a little bit here, as you'll see pitch number 5 of the at-bat. You get 105 pitches for a daily max once more. The 2-2. This will be hit on the ground. This will be off the glove of Peterson, and Peterson unable to make the play. It'll be an E5 as Chase will take second. Ebling will take first, and runners will be on here first and second. Tough play as Peterson taking his momentum with him, and as he kind of looked up to see if he should go to second or first, that's when the ball popped out of the glove. And now runners will be at first and second as we see a courtesy runner into the game here for the Jets, and number 21, Tate Grandy. So Grandy will be at first base here for Fargo, and the Jets threatening early, and you get to a situation like this in a tournament, sometimes you really don't have that many arms left in reserve, so you just tell someone you're pretty much going out there. You might have a little bit longer leash than what you would in a normal game with your full health of players. Kind of reminds some coaches where it's game 5, game 6 of a week where you might have had a doubleheader that was postponed earlier due to weather, and now all of a sudden you got maybe 5 counter games or 6 counter games in about 2 or 3 days that you got to play everything, and gets you ready for what a state tournament would feel like. 2 balls, no strikes here to Finn Bergseth as Lindstrom had a 2-ball count to Ebling and a full count to Chase, and eventually walked. The 2-0 pitch. This will be called a strike as the Jets are looking to pounce here in the bottom of the first inning. Jets scored the first run of the game against Devils Lake. Came from behind 3-1 and 4-2 in their eventual 9-7 win. As we'll see Lewis have a quick meeting on the mound, brought to you in part by Kindred Storage. These two teams met not too long ago in the 2022 state championship rematch. Someone's going to hang a banner, get a nice plaque, and head to the fall feeling pretty good about themselves. Here's a ground ball. Everson gets one there. Chance for 2 across the diamond in time. It's a twin killing, 2 down. 6-3 on the double play. Now it goes to Eli Emineth. Big 2 outs there as Bergseth is retired. Eli Emineth able to reach base 4 times against Devils Lake. 2 runs scored and had 3 walks in the game, went 1 of 2 at the plate. But someone who's been on the base a ton here for the Jets this week. There's a high chopper. That'll go to third baseman Peterson. He gloves, fires, throws across the diamond off the plate. That might be an infield single. We'll see what the official call is, as that was tight at first. Regardless, the Jets get the run as they take the first lead of the contest. And they will give that an infield single. That was tough for Peterson on the high hopper, as the Jets will take it. You can maybe try to let it bounce one more time, but if you do, it's a base hit regardless. So Emineth drives in the first run of the game. First pitch swinging on the way. This one goes to Everson. Everson underhands it to Kegley. Goes 6-4 on the putout, and Barnacle is retired. But a run does come across, as they do have 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. So we played 1 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. The Jets lead it by 1.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Top of the second inning here on YourLiveEvent.com, as Osmondstad, Peterson, and Lewis are due up here for the Casselton Haymakers. Osmondstad, Peterson, and Lewis. So you will see the 4, 5, and 6 batters. Scobie Ebling just needed 6 pitches to get 3 outs. A pair of pop outs to Barnacle at short and a strikeout looking by Everson. And this, does it hit the bat? Yes, it does. It hits the bat. It'll be a foul ball. Ryan went to duck and cover, but a foot of the bat was still up in the air And Colby Ebling probably couldn't do that if he tried again. But regardless, it's a strike. It's 0-1. So all pitches have been officially strikes here today. And this one now outside misses for a ball at 1-1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. I'll miss for ball number 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike here to Ryan. Osmondstad has been a nice player so far here through this tournament for Mitch Shear. Made some plays defensively in the outfield and trying to see if he can get a board here. Be the first base runner of the game here for the Haymakers. Colby Ebling with the 3-1 pitch. I'll miss for a walk. First base runner indeed for the Haymakers. As it goes to Keegan Peterson, the third baseman. It was Peterson batting 5th here in the lineup in this championship game for the Haymakers. As Ryan Osmondstad takes his lead off of first. As Ebling from the stretch pitches home. This one will be one hopper and get by Beckham all the way to the backstop. Taking a big turn is Osmondstad as he will be at second base on that wild pitch. 1-0 on the way here to Peterson. And the Haymakers do get a runner in scoring position now. And that tying run stands at second base. Seen a couple extra inning affairs here throughout the course of this tournament, with both teams playing in one of their own and coming out victorious. There's the 1-0 to Peterson. Peterson looking to bunt. Will take the bat back. It's now 1-1. Haymakers came back in 8 innings and defeated Devils Lake 4-3, while the Jets won a thriller as well over Valley City in 11 innings, 6-4. Those games being just a couple of days ago. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This again will get by the catcher, making his way to third base. Osmondstad, and there won't be any throw. Beckham was able to block it, but by the time he picked it up in front of the Jets dugout, Ryan able to scamper to third base. It's now going to be 2-1. Probably a good move there by Beckham not to have a throw to third in a situation like that, just to minimize it to just a wild pitch. And there's a high hopper. That'll go to the third baseman, Peralt. Peralt will flip, fire, throw across to Emineth in time for the out. And Osmondstad has to stay put at third base. A smart decision, particularly when there's no outs. You don't want to be in a situation. Good play by Peralt to get the out. Peterson is retired 5-3. As you'll see it now with Grayson Lewis. Lewis, the catcher, will dig in now here for the Haymakers. Here's the pitch on the way by Ebling. That'll miss for a ball. It's 1-0. Haymakers looking for their first base hit of the game, but more importantly, just looking to see if Lewis can drive Osmondstad in here from third base. Here's the 1-0 offering. Big swing by Lewis. It's 1-1. Lamore and Thompson again at the B for the championship in Park River. If Lamore wins, we'll have game number 2 tomorrow. It'll be at 1:30 in Park River. If Thompson wins, they'll win a state title. Again at the B. Here's the 1-1. Here's a suicide squeeze. It's hit perfectly. Here's a throw by Peralt in time, but a perfectly executed suicide squeeze. Lewis drives in the run. A little small ball for the Haymakers, and they are making hay. We're tied at 1 apiece. Couldn't have done it any better in practice. As it's a 1-1 game. So the squeeze play, able to come in. Osmondstad comes in and scores. Breaking ball in for a strike to Bryce Mueller to DH. It's 0-1. So here's the 0-1 pitch upcoming here to Mueller. Mueller, this will miss for a ball. It's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs here to the number 7th batter in the lineup here for the Haymakers. Still looking for their first base hit. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Mueller, this looks out. That was close to the Haymakers dugout as they scatter. Everyone looks to be all right. As it hits the railing, it's 1-2. As the 1-2 pitch is upcoming here for Ebling, trying to get out of the inning with just 1 run against. 1-2, that'll miss low, now 2-2. After a leadoff walk, walks will haunt. A couple of wild pitches. Get the squeeze to come down and executed perfectly again by Lewis. 2-2 pitch, that'll work the count full now to 3-2. As Ebling has the payoff pitch upcoming. 3-2 going to be hit on the ground. This will be a C&I single to left. Bryce Mueller has the first hit of the game for Casselton. So a runner on here for the Haymakers in inning number 2, as it will be Lucas Christensen, the center fielder, coming up to the plate. Seeing Christensen on the mound a couple of times here so far throughout the tournament. Starting center fielder with 2 down. Mueller will be at first as the Jets, the visitors, again, will see a pick play on that scoreboard, able to tie things up at 1 apiece here and answer the run by the bottom half of the first inning by the Jets. Ebling from the stretch. Runner stays put, and this will miss for a ball. It's 1-0. For the Jets, they will have Jack Joyce, Schultz, and Beckham do up the 6, 7, and 8 batters in inning number 2. Here's the 1-0 offering. Breaking ball nearly was going to look to hit Christensen as he just brought the elbows in. A lot of break on that one from Ebling to get the strike. It's 1-1. As we'll see the 1-1 offering one more time. 1-1 pitch, skied in the air. This one popped up, Chase and Emineth, and it'll be Chase who calls off Emineth to retire this side. There were 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. As we played 1.5 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, the Jets and the Haymakers are tied at 1.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per row per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Bottom of the second inning, it'll be 6, 7, and 8 batters due up here for the Jets. Joyce, Schultz, and Jeremiah Beckham due up here for Fargo. As Lindstrom on for his second inning of work, and this will be fouled off to the glove of Lewis, and it's 0-1. As the Haymakers tie things up, top half of the inning, the Jets will try to regain the lead while Lindstrom we'll look for a nice, tidy inning as this is laced right back up the middle, and the Jets back-to-back innings going to lead off batter aboard. As the Jets will see Joyce at first. That'll be the second hit of the game here for Fargo. As it goes to Harper Schultz, he was our player of the game against Devils Lake. 3 runs driven in with a home run to right center and a double as well, and he scored 2 runs for Harper Schultz, a future Dickinson State Blue Hawk football player. Play collegiately in the NAIA coming up, as this will be bluffing to bunt, as it's going to be 1-0. With someone with Schultz's ability to hit the ball out of the ballpark, he can't maybe catch you for a turn if he does bunt, not to say that he can't, just more so as a defense puts you on your toes to be ready for anything, as Schultz then went for the 350-footer. That'll be 1-1. Maggio holding the runner Joyce at first base. And situation like this, too, with Harper. See if Mike Boutin possibly puts a running situation on here with Joyce at first. He will stay put. Breaking ball misses low. It's 2-1. As you'll see, Joyce will take his leave off of first base. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way from Lindstrom. As Lindstrom fires back a strike. Outer part of the plate, it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes after a leadoff single by Joyce. We'll see if he can come in and score for the Jets after Chase had a leadoff walk in the first to come in and score the first run of the game. Runner stays put, 2-2 runs in at the hands. It's now 3-2. This will be the second 3-ball count here for Lindstrom and the second full count as well. As the 3-2 pitch will be upcoming. 3-2, swing and a miss. Schultz is retired. There's one down here for Lindstrom in inning number 2. As Beckham, the catcher, will dig in here at the plate for the Jets. Beckham came on in relief. Able to have a really good last 2 1/3 innings to pick up the save against Devil's Lake. As this will be in there for a strike. It's 0-1 here to Beckham. Also in the game, Beckham was able to get 3 hits, 3 singles with a run driven in for the Jets against Devil's Lake. After the conclusion of this game, we'll get some hardware on the field. The first and second place team plaques the 0-1 pitch. Runners in a break. It's a hit and run opportunity. Hopper goes to Maggio. Maggio will take it. And then the runner stays in between the bases. It's a base running blunder here for the Jets. Jack Joyce just never went to second. He stayed put middle in. He must have heard someone say hold to where he was or thought it maybe went foul. But literally the definition of deer caught in the headlights. So that'll go the out by Beckham. That'll go 3 unassisted, and then they'll fire it over to Kegley at second to retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. As that's a double play to finish it off here in inning number 2, and 2 double plays turned by the Haymakers here in the second inning. As we make our way to the third, we're tied at 1 apiece.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
At Casselton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Oh, a base running blunder there for the Jets. However, it's still 1 apiece. Instead of having a runner in scoring position with 2 down and Felber coming up to the plate, the Jets will leave way to the top of the third inning as we're tied at 1 apiece. Still very much early in this state championship game. A game that is a rematch of the 2022 State A title, in which Casselton won 14-4 at the State A Legion Baseball Tournament here in North Dakota. Chase Miller with you, broadcasting from the Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency broadcast booth. From banking to insurance, like Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency, handle your requests. For more information, go online to kindredstatebank.com. That again is kindredstatebank.com. Brody Kegley, 9-1-2 batters, and Kegley can very much be a table setter here for the Haymakers. Guy that puts the ball in play, able to draw some walks, and he will work ahead in the count. It's 1-0. Ebling, 2 innings of work so far. This will be his 29th pitch on the mound. Giving up 1 hit, 1 walk, and a strikeout. This will be fouled back to the netting as it's 1-1. Your play of the game, if the Haymakers do win, could be the double plays, as again they've already turned 2 so far, as the Bat Boys are battling for a foul ball. Always fun to watch. Here's the 1-1 offering. Hit in the air, this one down the third baseline. Peralta's there in fair territory for the outs, and there's one down. As you'll see, Jack Everson to the plate, back to the top of the lineup. So for Ebling, 2 1/3 innings of work, 1 hit the first time through the lineup. Everson struck out looking on 3 pitches his first time up, part of that 6-pitch inning for Colby. As Ebling sees this one pitch, this will go to the shortstop, Barnacle. Barnacle sets, fires, throws, not in time. Everson able to beat it out. As Everson will reach base, and will give it a infield single on the way by Everson. And now you're going to see Logan Broughton and some speed on the base pass here for the Haymakers. Chase has got a gun. He threw out 2 runners against Devil's Lake. So if you're going to break, try to take something good off of Colby Ebling, or try to see if you can get on a off-speed pitch as Emnith holds on the runner. Everson stays put. First pitch is going to go to Broughton. That one missing for a ball. It's 1-0. As the Haymakers and the Fargo Jets, if you like black, red, and white as a color scheme, this game's for you. As the 1-0 offering upcoming here to Broughton. Excuse me, check swing. This one will go to the pitcher, and he'll field it by himself. Ebling will take it. Almost works as a bunt, if you will. Just kind of stayed midway through the zone there by Broughton. So Everson will get in the scoring position with 2 down. Broughton is retired, and now it goes to Carter Maggio. I got a free base to work with here if you're Colby Ebling, if you fall behind against Maggio. Definitely a guy that you got to make note of, again, in the lineup. We've already seen have a round tripper in this tournament. Chase trying to keep Everson close at second. This will be hit on the ground. That'll be bouncing ball. Barnacle picks it up, and then Everson's going to be caught in a pickle. This will go to Peralt. Peralt looking to get it, and this will be off the glove of the second baseman, Chase. And the Haymakers are still alive here in inning number 3. So Barnacle able to keep it deep in the hole. Everson was then going to be gunned down as he threw it to the third baseman, Peralt. Peralt gave it to Chase. Chase went to go apply the tag, but then couldn't make it as the ball came out of his glove. And you'll see a runner at first and second. And now all of a sudden, the Haymakers with some fresh life here in this inning as it goes to Osmondstad here, who walked his last time up, and Osmondstad will wear it. Bases will be full. So Osmondstad will make his way towards first base. You'll have Everson at third, Maggio at second. Osmondstad stands at first, and bases are full here for the Haymakers as we'll have a quick meeting on the round on the way for the Fargo Jets. Meeting on the mound brought to you in part by Kindred Storage. If you're looking for storage units on the north side of Kindred that are affordable, whether you're moving or as you get ready to, in the next month or 2, I know it's not fun to say, but take down the lake home, take down the lake cabin, take some stuff out from summer and go to the fall and winter. Check out Kindred Storage for easy access, secure, and affordable at Kindred Storage at 428-3121. That's 428-3121 for our meeting on the mound. Well, if you're the Haymakers, you get an opportunity in a championship game, and it's the same thing as the Jets. You might as well make the most out of it when you have a chance with the bases loaded, whether it's with no outs or 2. I'm not sure when you're going to get a chance like this going forward as they bring up Keegan Peterson to the plate. Peterson 0 for 1 with a ground out his last time up to the third baseman, Peralt, on a high chopper. As Andrew charged and fired a nice one over to Emnith at third base. As the righty Ebling will get a quick time on the way. They take a look inside the dugout here for Beckham to see what that call is going to be. Here's the pitch. This will be called a strike. Fastball middle in. It's 0-1. Haymakers a 3-up, 3-down first. They had 5 batters in the second. This is batter number 6 here in inning number 3. Here's the 0-1. That'll be called a strike. It's 0-2. So got time to come out to the ballpark if you're in and around the Casselton area. Enjoy a state championship game. If not, thanks for tuning in here on yourliveevent.com. Here's the 0-2 on the way as we'll get a quick time by Beckham behind the plates. After the conclusion of this game, someone's going to get a second-place plaque. Another's going to get a first-place plaque, and also a little bit of a banner flag there to wave. Here's the 0-2. Hit on the ground. This one will go to Barnacle. Barnacle at short. Throws it across. Not in time on the throwing air. One run will come in. Maggio will come in to score as well. This one goes towards the dugout. Runners at the corners, and there's 2 down as it stands right now. So 2 runners in for the Haymakers. So Peterson is able to reach base. There'll be an error on the throw. Everson comes in to score. Maggio comes in to score. Ryan Osmondstad is able to get to third base. As we'll see, runners at the corners, and Grayson Lewis with the squeeze play his last time up. See what he has for an encore in his second plate appearance here for the Haymakers. 2 runs across so far in the inning here for the Haymakers on just 1 hit. And it's Ebling. We'll see this. The pitch. That one will miss low for a ball. It's going to be 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes with 2 down here. And with the runner at first base, Peterson with 2 down, we'll see if he's on the move and maybe a delayed double steal. We've seen it happen before here at State. He will stay put. The 1-0 pitch. I'll miss for a ball. It's 2-0. For the Jets in the bottom of the 3rd inning, it'll be Felber, Chase, and Ebling. So we got 9 1-2 batters due up here for Fargo. There's the 2-0 pitch on the way. That'll work inside for a ball at 3-0. Runner at third is Ryan. Keegan stands at first. 3-0 pitch to Lewis. As this will be right down Main Street for a strike. That's 3-1. As the Haymakers right now putting some good at-bats together against Ebling. The 3-1 offering. Going to be hit in the air. That'll be to center, and that'll stay up for the center fielder Felber to retire the side. But 2 runs do come across off of 1 hit. There was an error and 2 runners left on base. A new score on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Casselton 3, the Fargo Jets 1 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers. They are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Bottom of the 3rd inning here on yourliveevent.com. It'll be Felber, Chase, and Ebling due up here for the Jets in a game that started back at 2:56. So just over a half hour old here today. Chase Miller with you high on top of the press box. Would I thank all of our sponsors for bringing you coverage here of the State A Legion Baseball Tournament. Make sure you patronize them. Without them, we would not be able to bring you these respective games, whether it's in Park River for the B, here at the A in Casselton, and for what we're going to have in the regular season coming up here in the fall, winter, and spring. As this will be a strike, it's 0-1. Felber chased them back to the top of the lineup. Cade Lindstrom so far, 2 innings of work. He's given up 2 hits, a run, a walk, and a strikeout. As this will work outside, the theme of the game here for the Jets is the double play ball. where they got one in the first and one in the second. The second more unconventional than the one in the first. The 1-1. Work outside for a ball. It's 2-1. As the East bested the West in their contest here at the state tournament. It was some close games between those two, especially later on here on day 2. And once you got to the tournament here on day 3 as well. There's the 3-1 offering here from Lindstrom. This will be hitting the air. That'll go to right Osmondstad, and able to see it, play it, glove it. And there's one down here in the bottom of the third inning. That goes to Sam Chase. Chase with a walk and a run scored back in the first inning. As he will have his second time through the lineup card here for the Jets. Jets looking for win number 34 on the season. The Haymakers looking for win number 20 on the year. And both are looking for a State A Legion championship. 1 ball, no strikes. Lindstrom sees the 1-0. I'll miss for a ball. It's now 2-0 on the way. The 2-0 offering upcoming here to Chase. That'll be a strike. It's 2-1. Double A, the West Fargo Patriots won the state Double A championship in Williston. We'll see who is going to join them from an A perspective and possibly even a B perspective here later today. This one goes foul. But a theme here this summer, it's been the Beasts from the East. Post 400 and the West Fargo Patriots heading to the Central Plains Regional. You will have either the Haymakers or the Jets here, and then in the B, you'll either have Lemoore or Thompson. The 2-2. High chopper on the ground to Peterson. Peterson able to throw it across in time for the outs. 5-3 on the putout as it goes now to Colby Ebling. Ebling able to reach base on an error. Then Grandy came on to courtesy run for him. The Jets with 1 run across. That was back in inning number 1, and Emineth drove him in. This will be called the strike. It's 0-1. And for both teams, when it comes to a tournament MVP, you could go a couple of different ways and situations. It's been balanced for both, as this will be a ground out. Everson's there, flips it across to Manjo for a 6-3 putout and a 3-up, 3-down third inning here for Lindstrom. As we played 3 today here in the championship, Casselton leads by 2.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial sales and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Top of the 4th inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. Casselton 3, you have the Fargo Jets 1, broadcasting again from the Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency broadcast booth. For more information, whether you're looking for banking or some just insurance questions, they can handle your requests with Jim Pearson and the crew at Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. Josh Roberts out there getting ready for the state, for the cross-country season as well for Kindred. That and more again at Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. As we see it here for Casselton, 7, 8, and 9 batters against Ebling. 43 pitches so far for Kobe. As Kobe has the pitch. This will be hit on the ground to Peralt. Peralt throws it across the diamond in time for the out. 5-3 on the putout, and there's one down as it will be Lucas Christensen Christensen with a pop out to the second baseman Chase, his last time up in inning number 2. As Colby Ebling right now gets one pitch for an out. We've seen this Taylor, too, here for the Haymakers. Early against Colby, looking to blunt. This one will go for a ball. It's 1-0 to Christensen. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. This will miss. Now 2-0. Top of the first inning now in Park River. That game just getting underway with Lamore and Thompson in our first of 2 championships, or potential 2 championships, one for sure. And it's a scoreless game between Thompson and Park River again. That just getting underway. 3-0 on the way here to Christensen. Ziebling is on the verge of a 4-pitch walk when he delivers a strike. As the 3-1 offering is upcoming here in the top of the 4th inning. Hit on the ground. Peralta will see this go foul as it's 3-2. So far, the Jets with 1 run across in the first inning. The last 3 have been scored by Casselton. A run in the second, and then you have 2 runs in inning number 3 as well for the Haymakers. Here's the payoff pitch. 3-2 hit on the ground, and that will also go foul. A nice catch by the bat boy here for the Jets. He came on and even got the glove underneath it. That was textbook. Here's the 3-2 offering. Ground ball. This one will go over the third base bag. Take a high hop, and Peralta. See if it's a fair or foul ball is what they're asking for right now. As the umpire crew is going to come together. Our home plate umpire and Eric Guler, and then asking the other 3 umpires here across the way with Taylor Fuse, Cody Hughes, and Nate Nowak to maybe see if this one was a foul ball. As it went right over the third base bag, and that was a tough one for Peralta as well as it bounced. Was it going to hit the bag or not? And then by the time it just missed third base, kind of one-hop Peralta, and they're going to say it's going to go back to call it back to home plate. So this will be a foul ball. So we'll keep it at 3-2. We're still 1 down. As Christensen will come back up to the plate. We did see, speaking of Peralta, in the last game against Devils Lake, he had a CNI single that hit second base, bounced into short right, and did plate 2. So funny defensively that he would almost have to play it again. This one goes down the line, but that is foul. And we'll keep it at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good battle brewing right now between Christensen and Ebling in the State A title. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Check swing and went through the zone, and Ebling gets the punch out. It'll be out number 2 here in the 4th as it's to Brody Kegley. Kegley 0 for 1 with a pop-out his last time up to the aforementioned Peralta at third. That started a big inning, though, for the Haymakers in the third, in which they got 2 of their 3 runs in inning number 3. Here's the pitch. Kegley, and that'll be caught by the pitcher with Ebling to make the catch. Little line drive, a 3 up, 3 down for Kobe. His first since inning number 1. As we play 3.5 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, the Casselton Haymakers lead it by 2.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
As we get to a Casselton Lumber in-game update, here's a look at the line score as it stands right now. Casselton, 3 runs on 2 hits. They've committed an error, and they've left 3 runners left on base. While for the Jets, they have scored 1 run on 2 hits. They also have committed 1 error, and they've left 1 runner on base. In-game update brought to you in part by Casselton Lumber. Find the quality lumber and materials you need for your next job at 701-347-4471. That's 347-4471. The 0-1 pitch on the way here to Finn Bergseth misses for a ball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike as Lindstrom will have pitch number 42 upcoming here for the righty. 1-1 through the glove of Lewis, as that will be now 2-1. 5 consecutive batters retired here for Lindstrom on the mound. Last batter to reach a single by Jack Joyce. Got Eli Emineth with a single, the same for Joyce. And then those are 2 hits so far here for the Jets. The 2-1 pitch will be called a strike. It's 2-2. Also, after the game wraps up, we'll put a bow on our state coverage here. Played all 15 games here at the State A Legion this season. The 2-2 pitch is going to be laced to right, and it's a base knock for Finn Bergseth. The DH is going to get aboard as the Jets will get a leadoff manner on here in inning number 4. As it'll be the 3rd time that they've had a leadoff batter aboard here in the contest. Once in the 1st, 2nd, and now here in the 4th as it goes to Eli Emineth. As Emineth, the cleanup batter here today for the Jets. As the runner takes his lead from first, Emineth will take a strike. It's going to be 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike on the way here to the first baseman for the Jets, who has just had himself a really nice tournament so far. From top to bottom, probably put his hat in the ring for a player or MVP of the tournament. The Jets can find a way to win this one. And he's just been pretty consistent from top to bottom, particularly at the plate, drawing walks, getting singles, has a couple of extra base hits as well, and runs scored and run driven in. The 1-1. Big swing, foul, tipping the glove. It's 1-2. From Valley Process Technologies Field, this is a State A Legion baseball tournament here in North Dakota. I'm fortunate this summer to work with some good people, whether it's been Greg Peterson, the crew in Lemoore, from those in Park River, and here with the Casselton Baseball Association here in Casselton. The 1-2 pitch is Emineth, swing and a miss. There's a strikeout, and there's 1 down. Lindstrom with the strikeout, his first since the 2nd inning, as you'll see Tate Barnacle, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out, and I am particularly liking Tate's walk-up music, Return the Back, one of my favorites particularly. 1 down. That's been a cool little feature here at the State A Legion as well, not just for the quote-unquote haymakers as a home team, but they do it home visiting. Kind of gets you back in that field, gets the crowd rolling. We've seen and heard some of the members clapping along, chanting along here throughout the week here at the State A. As Finn Bergseth takes his lead off at first, he'll stay put. Here's a hit. That's going to be a smoked, laced single to right as the throw to first by Ryan Osmanstad about 2 steps behind Tate Barnacle. Finn Bergseth will go to second base. You'll have runners at first and second here. The tying run aboard for the Jets in inning number 4. 2 hits in the inning, 4 in the game now for Post 2 as Joyce will come up to the plate, and I think we'll get a runner to come into the game here, it looks like, as Mike Boutain will come over and talk it through, and this might be a runner coming in. Looks like number 8 here for the Jets is going to grab a helmet, and we'll see the Jets coming on here. It looks like Ryan Oman. Oman will come on and run for Bergseth. So Oman will come on here just to get a little more speed here with Bergseth at second base. One thing that Fargo Post 2 wants to take out of the developing theme is when they've had runners aboard, they've hit into a double play. They do it here. You'll have all of a sudden the 3rd one of the contest. That's what Lindstrom would like to do on the mound with the guys behind him. There's a big swing by Joyce. It's 0-1. Joyce with a single to lead things off in the second. As Joyce been kept busy so far here today after starting against the Storm as well. The 0-1 pitch. He will hit a fly ball, a uppercut swing to right, way back to the warning track. It's gone! A 3-run homer for the Jets and clear the runway. Here comes Jack Joyce into your living room. It's a 3-run shot, and Fargo has taken a 4-3 lead. A 3-run shot here for Joyce, and the Jets have taken the lead the first time since they led 1-0 here in the first inning, and Joyce will deliver the home run. The first that's not by the name by Harper Schultz here in the tournament. But coming up is the aforementioned Harper Schultz. He'll take a strike, gets 0-1. So a single, and a 3-run homer so far for the Jets with a strikeout mixed in between. The 0-1 pitch is going to go foul. It's 0-2. Big swing there, crooked number up on the board. In a blink of an eye, the Jets now with a 1-run lead over the Haymakers here in the bottom of the fourth inning. The 0-2 work inside just off the plate. It's 1-2. Down the right field line, just over 300 feet to left, 325 center at 350. The 1-2. This will be a high hopper to third baseman Peterson. Peterson makes a nice play over to Maggio in time for the out. As there's 2 down here, 5-3 on the putout. As it'll bring up Jeremiah Beckham. Beckham, the catcher. As you'll 0 for 1 today and into a double play to finish off inning number 2. So for the Jets right now, 5 hits, 4 runs across against Lindstrom. The pitch, we call the strike, it's 0-1. For the Haymakers coming up in the 5th inning, it'll be top of the lineup with Everson, Broughton, and Maggio due up here for the Haymakers. The 0-1 pitch. This will be hit in the air to right. That's going to drop for a base hit in front of Osmondstad as Beckham is able to get an opposite field, a base knock. So he's able to get another hit in the contest here. 6 hits with 4 of them coming in the inning, and we'll have a courtesy runner coming on. It looks like Purdy, and it will be Bo Purdy coming on. So Purdy stands at first base now here for the Jets as he takes a look across the way to Coach Mike Boutain. Gets the sign on as it brings it up to Evan Felber. So Felber with a fly out to the right fielder, Osmondstad, his last time up. The pitch, swing and a miss, it's 0-1. There's a runner at first here in Purdy, being held on by Maggio. Cade Lindstrom from the stretch. The 0-1 pitch. This will be hit, and another opposite field hit for the Jets. Purdy will go to second. So Felber will make his way towards first base and back to the top of the lineup as we'll have a quick meeting on the mound here. Runners at first and second, 2 down here in the inning. As Finn Bergseth got a single, Tate Barnacle as well, a 3-run shot by Joyce to right. Then Beckham and Felber also with a couple of hits to right now. And the Jets have just kind of passed the baton, if you will. 8th batter coming up in the inning here for the Fargo Jets. As currently, Fargo Jets had a pitcher warming up in the bullpen on the opposite side for the Haymakers. It is currently quiet at this moment. You get 105 pitches, that's it, in a particular daily max. And then from there, it's 30-0. You can come back on back-to-back days. Anything over 30, you have to take a day off, 46-2 and 61-3 and so forth. So for a lot of these teams, once you get to day 3, day 4, day 5 of a tournament, you have 2-3 pitchers that you might not be able to use for the rest of the tournament, just depend on how many innings, much less you got to go extras sometime. And work some more pitches. As Chase right now 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Lindstrom. Lindstrom misses for a ball. It's 2-0. As for the Jets, they've had everybody except Harper Schultz reach base in some capacity so far here in this inning, and it goes right to what Mike Butane said on day number 1. Top to the bottom, this is pretty much a team that anybody can find a way and help the Jets get some runs across, have quality pitches. And we saw it here so far with a 3-run shot by Joyce. Here's a 3-0 pitch. Let me call the strike by Lindstrom. It's 3-1. Most batters to the plate so far for the Jets in an inning. They had 5 in the third. They had 3 in the second, 3 in the third as well. Here's the 3-1. Foul back. 3-2. So again, 5 in the first, 3 in the second and the third. And Jets right now looking to extend this rally here in the fourth. Though the Haymaker is looking to keep it just to a 3 runs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Payoff pitch. High hopper. This one will go to the shortstop, Everson. Everson gloves it, fires on the run in time to retire the Jets here in inning number 4. But the damage is done as they leave 2 on base as we head to the 5th. There were 3 runs across on 5 hits. There are no errors and 2 runners left on base. We played 4 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard as Lindstrom's at 66 pitches as we head to the 5th on yourliveevent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd Our World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Top of the 5th inning here on yourliveevent.com. We do have a pitching change and some defensive changes here. Sam Chase will go from second base to the mound. Ebling will go from the mound to shortstop, and the shortstop Barnacle will go from short to now second. So that's a look at your defensive changes and pitching change here, brought to you in part by Kindred Storage, as it's top of the lineup here for the Haymakers. As Chase delivers a ball, it's going to be 1-0. Ebling, 55 pitches, 4 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. The 1-0 pitch will miss for a ball as well. It's now 2-0. If Chase sounds familiar, if you're a Casselton fan, it's because he is. He pitched against the Haymakers earlier here, the 2-0 pitch. Now 2-1 this morning. And he was able to come on and finish it off for the Jets. Last 3 innings of work against Casselton. And in those 3 innings, there was just 1 hit that he gave up, no runs, a walk, and 1 strikeout. Here's the 3-1 offering to Everson. Everson takes a good rip at it. It's now 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes on the way. Here to lead off batter in Everson. The payoff pitch from Chase. Hit on the ground, up the third base slide, and that will be a fair ball, it looks like, from our umpiring crew there. Is Peralt able to play that one? 5-3, nice play by Peralt. Everson is retired on a hot shot to the third baseman. And there's one down. Now it goes to Logan Broughton. Broughton 0 for 2 with a pop out, and then he had a ground ball right back to the pitcher, who just took it himself in Ebling. As Logan Broughton right now takes a swing and a miss on the breaking ball, and similar to this morning, Sam Chase was locating the breaking ball, and once he was able to do so, they just kind of opened the repertoire here for the Jets. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Works outside for a ball. It's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on the way for Chase here, top of the 5th inning. Haymakers down by 1 on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard of the Jets. The 1-1 pitch is in on the ground. A 3-hopper to Ebling. Ebling across the diamond and able to catch that one as Emineth, as he kind of underhanded it to make sure he caught it in the glove and then brought that secondary right hand on top of it to make sure it didn't go off the webbing, as this will be 6-3 on the putout, and there's 2 down. Carter Maggio. Maggio will dig in here and between the Fargo Jets pitchers here, as Maggio takes the ball inside. They've been able to retire 6 consecutive batters in a row going back to the end of the 3rd inning. Right now between Ebling and Chase. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball, that'll miss for a ball. It's 2-0, and if you're Chase, you don't want to give Maggio too much to swing on a 2-0 count right here. See if he challenges him with the fastball or goes off speed. Another off speed that'll work inside. Kept the fastball in his back pocket, and not sure if Maggio is going to get much to hit on this one with nobody on and 2 down here in the 5th. We'll see what happens. The 3-0, that'll be a 4-pitch walk. So Maggio gets aboard. As you'll see it now for Ryan Osmondstad, who's got a walk and a hit by pitch. So you get behind the count 2-0. Not going to leave much on the way there to Maggio. As Osmondstad walk and a hit by pitch. Cleanup batter here in the Haymakers lineup. Maggio takes his leave off first. Breaking ball over for a strike. It's 0-1. As Emineth trying to keep Maggio close as he takes his leave. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This will be hit, and that's down for a base hit for the Haymakers. Osmondstad gets a single. That'll be the first hit since the 3rd inning when you had a leadoff single by Jack Everson. Hit number 3 for the Haymakers in the game. Runners at first and second right now here for Casselton. As Beckham with the runner at second base for the first time, making sure they got the calls on correctly between him and Chase on the mound. It goes to Keegan Peterson, trying to keep the line moving here in the 5th inning with 2 down, that is. Bottom of the 5th for the Jets. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 batters with Ebling coming up to the plate. As we'll see Keegan Peterson. The pitch will be a strike to Keegan. It's 0-1. Peterson 0 for 2 today. Reached base on an error back in inning number 3. 5th batter here in the 5th for the Haymakers. Oh, 1. Good block there by Beckham to not allow that to get behind him to the backstop. As Maggio would love to scamper to third, and with that, the go-ahead run to Osmondstad, trying to get into scoring position. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down here. State A championship, winner take all in Casselton. The 1-1. Breaking ball called a strike. It's 1-2. It's a good pitch on the way for Chase. As the 1-2 pitch, we'll get a quick time before that. The 1-2 upcoming here from Chase. This will be hit in the air. That's going to go to left. The left fielder Schultz is able to stay underneath it to retire the Haymakers in the 5th inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 runners left. We played 4.5 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Fargo leads it by a run.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
We'll have a pitching change here now for the Haymakers as Cade Lindstrom, 66 pitches, 4 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, a walk and 2 strikeouts here in this contest. Right now the different story is Jack Joyce's 3-run homer that has allowed the Jets to have a 4-3 lead in the 4th inning. For Boder, he will come on in relief here for the Casselton Haymakers. Boder had a nice game against Devils Lake, 5 up and 5 down in the 7th and the 8th innings against the Devils Lake Storm here earlier in the tournament in the Haymakers 4-3 win against the Storm 2 days ago. So bottom of the 5th, as it'll be Ebling, Bergseth, and Emineth. This pitching change brought to you in part by Kindred Storage at 428-31-21. Then again, it's 428-31-21. Also a note on Chase, he pitched earlier. You get 105 pitches at max in a tournament. He threw 42 pitches in the first game between the Haymakers and the Jets from last night to today in that suspended game. He gets 105 in the tournament, has thrown, daily max is 105. He's thrown 61 pitches from that game yesterday to today. Also yesterday he threw 4, so he's thrown 57 so far just on this Monday. Also be called a strike. Jacoby Ebling, it's 0-1. Game that's 70 minutes old here today, State A Championship, as this will be hitting the air to right. Osmondstad is there for the catch, and there's one down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And to Finn Bergseth. Bergseth with a single. Ullman came in and ran for him, came in to score after a 3-run homer by Joyce. As there's one down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch, I'll work outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Keeping you updated on what's going on in Park River. Again, the State B Legion tournament between Thompson and Lemoore. The 1-1, now it'll be a 1-1 count upcoming. Bottom of the 3rd inning, we're scoreless in Park River. Lemoore and Thompson, bottom of the 3rd in that first championship game. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That'll be called a strike. It's 1-2. As we see Lindstrom right now on the mound with the payoff pitch. 1-2 foul. And we'll keep it at 1 ball and 2 strikes. We'll get to our post-game show brought to you in part by Casselton Lumber. We'll bring in the on-field presentation of the hardware, the tournament MVP. The 1-2 pitch on a work outside for a ball, now 2-2. Take a look at the final box score before we bid adieu. That and more here today on yourliveevent.com. The 2-2 pitch. That'll miss for a ball. It's 3-2. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And Boder gets a strikeout. That'll be his first in relief, and there's 2 down. That goes to Eli Emineth. 1 of 2 today with a single and a run driven in. He drove in Sam Chase back in the first inning to give the Jets a 1-0 lead at that time. Casselton tied it up at 2 apiece in the top half of the 2nd. Haymakers took the lead with 2 runs in the top half of the third to take a 3-1 lead. Then bottom of the fourth, Jack Joyce with a 3-run homer, and that's where we sit here at 4-3 as Emineth hits a hot shot to the shortstop. Everson across the diamond. I'll take Emineth up off that first base. And reaching base here with 2 outs will be Eli Emineth here in the 5th inning. I'll be throwing air on Everson to allow the runner to reach base here at first. As you'll see, Barnacle coming up, a single and a run scored so far here for Tates. 1 of 2 for the Jets. Let's see if the extra out comes back and haunts the Haymakers as 1 pitch. Barnacle will reach base on a hit by pitch, so Emineth will take second. Runners at first and second right now. Here for the Jets. Well, for the Haymakers, trying to get out of the inning without any damage being done as you're down by 1, and you'll have 6 outs to work with once we get to the top of the 6th if it stands right now. And the guy who hit a 3-run shot his last time up to right comes up to the plate. And 2 down here in inning number 5. Here's the pitch on the way from Boder. That'll miss for a ball as it's going to be 1-0. Joyce 2 for 2 today with a single, a 3-run homer, a run, and 3 runs driven in. Emineth at second base. Barnacle stands at first. Here's the 1-0 offering. I'll work for a ball. It's now 2-0. As Joyce in a much hitter's count as it currently stands right now with a 2-0 pitch to the number 6 batter here from Boder. Boder delivers one low. It's 3-0. And another guy who's got power, Harper Schultz, on the on-deck spot here for the Jets. 3-0 pitch on the way here from Boder, looking for a strike. That'll be a 4-pitch walk. Runners will make their way up 90 feet. Emineth to third base, Barnacle to second. Joyce has done this, and the Jets have been able to threaten now in the 5th with an error, hit by pitch, and a walk. As it goes to Harper Schultz, as we'll have a quick meeting on the mound here on this one. 4-3 as it stands. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. As we're seeing a team that's threatening here in the Fargo Jets in inning number 5, all with a little 2-out magic as it stands right now. However, from a Haymakers point of view, you're 1 quality pitch from leaving the bases full. From a Jets point of view, you're 1 extra base hit from clearing the bases with Harper Schultz. I'll circle this at bat in what could be the difference in a baseball game with 2 down. Nowhere to put Harper. He's 0 for 2 today in this contest. As Boder with the pitch. He will take a strike and works ahead. Now 0-1. As Harper Schultz would love to drive something somewhere for the Jets, and what he was able to do against Devils Lake earlier this afternoon. Here's the 0-1. Hit on the ground up the third baseline foul. It's 0-2. For the Haymakers, once we get to the top of the 6th, Lewis, Mueller, and Christensen, the 6, 7, and 8 batters, due up here for the Haymakers. No balls and 2 strikes to the left fielder, Schultz. As Boder. 0-2. Here's one hit in the air to left. The left fielder comes in, dives, and Broughton able to make the catch. Oh, what a play by Broughton. If that gets by him, 2 if not 3 runs come in to score, but instead Broughton with a sensational catch and left. There were no runs on no hits, an error, and 3 runners left on base. We played 5 today here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. The Jets 4, the Haymakers 3 coming to the plate.
This is Chris from Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassi Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per row per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Top of the sixth inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. Chase Miller with you here from Valley Process Technologies Field as we get to an in-game update brought to you in part by Casselton Lumber. Nice play there by Logan Broughton to save 3 runs coming across for the Jets so far. 4 runs on 7 hits and error, and they've left 6 runners on. For the Haymakers so far, they have scored 3 runs on 3 hits. They've committed 2 errors, and they've left 5 runners on base. Both pitching staffs have gone to their number 2 after Ebling and Lindstrom both went for it respectively. That's a in-game update brought to you in part by Casselton Lumber. Get in touch with Ross Erdman and the crew at Casselton Lumber for your next project, big or small. They can do it all as this one goes foul on the way here for Lewis. At 347-44-71, that's 347-44-71 for a rendering of your next project at Casselton Lumber. So no balls and 1 strike on the way here to Lewis. Lewis with a squeeze play with a run driven in back in the second. Flew out to center his last time up in the 3rd inning to finish the 3rd. It's going to be 1 ball and 1 strike. Mueller and then Lucas Christensen again here for the Haymakers. Here's the 1-1 from Chase. Chase will see this work off the zone. It's going to be 2-1. The 2-1 offering on the way here from Chase. Hit in the air, this one to center. Felber doesn't have to move too much. As will be back-to-back flyouts. The center fielder here for the Haymaker batters of Peterson and Lewis. 1 down in the top of the 6th. Mueller 1 of 2 today with a single back in the 2nd. As the Haymakers looking for a base runner here in the 6th, while Chase is looking for a tidy 6 and see if the Jets can threaten again in the bottom half. As this will be foul as it stands right now. The Haymakers down to their final 5 outs of the season. Winner wins a State A championship and will join the West Fargo Patriots in being crowned a state champ, who won Double-A in Williston earlier in the week. This will miss for a ball, I should say, from the weekend. All the State B in Park River will either be Thompson or Lemoore that will come out as the champs. The 1-1 pitch hit in the air, and this one will tail right to the second baseman as Barnacle slides for the catch. 2 down. Nice play by Barnacle that had a little tail off the bat by Mueller. Regardless, Barnacle had to leap, catch, and able to bring it down for the out. There's 2 down. Lucas Christensen 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-out here today. As Chase delivers an off-speed pitch, he's been able to locate that bending breaking ball here today. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 offering. Popped in the air. This one, Beckham trying to see it. Gets rid of the face mask, gloves it, and that'll do it. There is a tidy 3-up, 3-down inning here for Chase on the mound. As we've played 5.5 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, the Jets 4, the Haymakers 3, as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning.
At Casselton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Bottom of the 6th inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. Beckham, Felber, and then Chase are the scheduled batters, 8, 9, and 1 here for the Fargo Jets in a game that started back at 2:56 earlier this afternoon here on YourLiveEvent.com. The Jets 33-9 on the season. The Haymakers at 19-17, but records go out the door in a winner-take-all championship because someone's raising a banner as the state champs and someone's bringing a plaque. That's going to be a state runner-up. Regardless, a good season for both teams, but you don't play for second, you play for first as it goes to Beckham. Beckham 1 of 2 today with a single, was lifted for a courtesy runner in the fourth by Purdy, who was stranded at second base as Boder comes on for his second inning of work. As we'll see this here on the way. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's going to be 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike on the way. As we'll have the 0-1 offering. That'll be called the strike. It's 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes on the way here for Beckham. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This will be hit on the ground to the second baseman, Kegley. A slow roller. Kegley gets it in time over to Maggio. And Beckham is retired on the 4-3 putout. There's 1 down. The Jets like to score a run here. Felber, Chase, get some guys at the plate. See if you can get them aboard. For Boder, trying to do what Chase did in the last half inning. Have a nice tight 6th here. Then see if you can have the Haymakers make some magic in the 7th, in which we've seen so far here in this tournament, whether it's been against Valley City or it's been against Devil's Lake. I meant something about the 7th inning for the Haymakers, and they want to keep that theme brewing here. 1 ball, no strikes here to Felber, who's 1 of 2 with a single. Felber will be now 2 of 3 with his second single a game. And the Jets have hit a lot towards that first and second base gap here today as they get a runner aboard here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As we see it with Sam Chase. Chase 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. As Boder, we'll see with Chase and with Felber on. See what Mike Boutain wants to do as a particular play, as taking a nice lead off of first here is Felber. Felber will stay put the pitch. That'll work inside for a ball. It's 1-0. For the Haymakers in the top half of the 7th, that would be 9-1-2. Kegley, Everson, and Broughton are due up for Casselton in the top of inning number 7. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Boder. This will be popped in the air. Boder will call everybody on, and he will make the catch. There's 2 down. As you see, Kobe Ebling 0 for 3 here in this contest for post 2. Takes his leave off of first, and Felber being held on by Maggio. For Boder right now. On for his second inning of work as this is hit in the air to right center field, and that might go down, and it is. Osmondstad is able to get there in the gap and quickly get it back into the play so it doesn't go all the way to the warning track. If it goes to warning track, that probably scores a run, but instead Felber stands at third. Ebling with another opposite base hit here for the Jets. Runners at the corners with 2 down. Out of Finn Bergstedt here in the 6th inning. Couldn't hang up there long enough for Christensen or Osmondstad to get there to make the catch, but Ryan did a good job again getting behind the baseball and not allowing the run to get in from first. Off with the swing of the bat. Breaking ball, that will work outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Second time through with Ebling, and now Bergstedt to see Boder here in relief for the Haymakers. Here's the 1-0 offering. Runners in a break to second. No throw there from Lewis on a pretty much defensive indifference. As it'll make it now 1-1. Off on the pitch was Ebling, but Lewis wasn't looking. They're just looking to try to get the out at home plate here in Finn Bergstedt. Here's the 1-1. This will be all the way to the backstop. Lewis will see this come all the way through. And the base hit by Ebling does bring in the run eventually with Felber on the wild pitch. And it's now a 5-3 contest. So 5-3 in favor of the Jets. As you'll handle it now, 2 balls and a strike to Finn Bergstedt. There's the 2-1 offering. Hits will be hit. That'll go to right, and it'll drive in another run. Finn Bergseth will bring in Colby Ebling, and the Jets have a 6-3 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. So Colby Ebling comes in to score. Run driven in for Felber. It'll be his second base hit of the contest. All of a sudden, the Jets have put 2 runs up in the bottom of the 6th inning and starting to separate just a skosh here as Ebling comes in to score. This will be first pitch swinging by Eli Emineth. It's 0-1. So Finn Bergseth able to get his second base hit of the contest. And it's now going to be 0-1 upcoming here to Eli Emineth. 10 hits so far for the Jets in this game. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Almost 2 strikes here on the way for Boder. With 2 down here, runner at first base is Bergseth being held on by Maggio. 0-2, a work out of the zone. It's 1-2. The Jets are running the first, 3 runs in the 4th, and 2 runs here in the 6th. They have scored the last 5 runs of the ball game. After the Haymakers had a 3-1 lead going to the bottom of the 3rd. 1-2 blocked here by Lewis as now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just a lot of opposite field hitting here today. Just being patient, letting that ball travel a little bit. As now Boder going to be checked out here with 2-2. As we'll have a quick little meeting on the mound one more time here for the Haymakers. As the Haymakers will have work to do regardless in the 7th. They knew they were going to be trailing, but now instead of by a run or 2 runs, it's by 3 runs as it currently stands. As the Jets will be 3 outs away from trying to hoist a State A Legion championship here in 2025 unless the Haymakers can come back, but you don't want to compound it any more than what you have currently with 2 runners in so far. I'll give credit to where credit's due for the Jets. They just have kept on swinging here today, whether it was in the first game in the resumption of the Casselton contest, or what we saw here against Devils Lake where they put 12 hits, 9 runs across. And they've added to that here in inning number 6 of this championship matchup. Here's a 2-2 to Emineth. Emineth hits one on the ground. This one will be through for a C&I single as Eli gets another base hit. 1 of 2, or runners at first and second now with 2 down. As this might be it now for Ryland Boder, as coming into the game here will be Mitch Shear with Tate Barnacle coming up to the plate. We'll let you know who the new pitcher is when we return here on your liveevent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Here on YourLiveEvent.com, some defensive changes. Mueller comes into play first base as Maggio will now go to third base. From there, you have Peterson to shortstop. Boder comes out of the game. Everson will be on the mound, and he hits the first batter he sees, and Tank Barnacle. Finn Bergseth at third. You got Emineff at second. Barnacle at first. Base is full here. Boder 1 2/3, 3 hits, a couple of runs against, 2 walks and a strikeout, and he's on the hook for everybody on the base pass outside of Barnacle, who stands at first. Jack Joyce, here's the 0-1 pitch upcoming. This will be hit on the ground. This will go towards the second baseman. They collide, and he's out. Somehow between Peterson and Kegley, they got the ball. Peterson was there, able to put his foot on the base path as Barnacle is retired at second base. So that was going to be just a straight 6 retired at second on the scoring column there, and it looks like everybody's okay after a little bit of a collision there at second base. 2 runs across on 3 hits. There were no errors and 3 runners left on base with the Jets here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's the Jets 6, the Haymakers 3, down to their final 3 outs here in the 7th.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial sales and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Top of the 7th inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. Chase Miller with you from Valley Process Technologies Field. Taking a look at what's going on in Park River, as well as that game is the first championship game. Game 2 tomorrow if needed at 1:30 in Park River. As it's a 7-love lead for Thompson, bottom of the 4th. So if Thompson does win that contest and hang on, they will be your State B champs again. Thompson 7, Lemoore scoreless, bottom of the 4th inning as Thompson is looking to win a State B Legion title here today and say we don't need tomorrow from that perspective. So for Casselton, Kegley coming up with Jack Everson here. As Grandy's going to go into right field here for defensive changes, so Joyce will come out of the game, and Joyce arguably has got the biggest hit of the game with the 3-run homer to give the Jets a 4-3 lead at that time in the 4th inning. Haymakers need some runs. Kegley hits a slow little line drive to Peralt, goes across diamond. In time, Emineff is there. 1 pitch, 1 down. Kegley retired to begin things off here in the 7th inning. So 5-3 on the putout as the Haymakers are now down to their final 2 outs here this summer. As Jack Everson to the plate, a single with a run scored in inning number 3. 1 down. Here's the pitch by Chase. Chase will see this one miss outside for a ball. It's going to be 1-0. And Logan Broughton due up next. Good part of the lineup here for Casselton to try to get something going with some speed on the base pass if they can get on. This will be hit down the first baseline. Emineff giving chase, but it'll go foul as it goes to a 1-1 count. So for the Haymakers right now, tied it at 1 apiece in the 2nd. Took a brief lead in the 3rd. And since then, it's been 6 runs here by the Jets in the 4th and the 6th, with 3 runs scored in each inning. 1-1 here to Everson. Got him to pop one up into left. Schultz is there for the catch, and there's 2 down. As the Haymakers are down to their final out with Logan Broughton. While for the Jets, they're 1 out away from winning the State A championship. Being crowned champs here in this class this season in North Dakota. Chase, so far an inning and 2/3 of relief. This one will be called a strike. It's 0-1. Broughton 0 for 3 at the plate. Maggio, the on-deck batter, here for the Haymakers. No balls and a strike here to Broughton. Broughton hits one on the ground. This one goes to Ebling. Ebling across the diamond, and the Fargo Jets are your 2025 state champs in North Dakota. As the dog pile ensues here today in Casselton. The Jets will finish on the season 34-9, while the Haymakers finish 19-18 in a game that goes 1 hour and 38 minutes here today in Casselton. As we'll get to our Casselton Lumber post-game report here, as the Fargo Jets 6-3 over the Haymakers are your State A champs and get some revenge from the 2022 state championship that went to Casselton. The Jets, 6 runs across on 10 hits. There was an error as they left 9 runners aboard. For the Haymakers, they would score 3 runs on 3 hits, commit 2 errors, and the Haymakers here would have 5 runners left on base. Winning pitcher of record in this one will eventually go to Kobe Ebling with those 4 innings of work, while Lindstrom will pick up the loss here today in this contest. Again, your final on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard: the Fargo Jets 6, the Casselton Haymakers 3. We're back with more on our post-game show after this to get to our Play the Contest. That and more still to come here on your LiveEvent.com.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
As we come back here on our post-game show, brought to you in part by Casselton Lumber, we'll get to our awards presentation on the field, and then we'll try to hear from a victorious member of the winning team once the awards presentation is all wrapped up. We'll try to hear from Jack Joyce, who had that big 3-run shot, and we also will have to give out our player of the game one more time, too. Has got to get a bag of goodies here in a moment as well, but that'll be just a little bit later on here, as right now the Fargo Jets able to win a championship here today, and a really nice performance top to bottom here this weekend for the Jets after they had a perfect game thrown against them in day 2. Devils Lake's Mason Palmer, their backs were to the wall. They defeated Valley City in 11 innings. They had to have it a game against Casselton. They won 5-3. Another gotta have it game, defeated Devils Lake 9-7. Then came back and defeated the Haymakers by a final of 6-3 here in this one. This is our Casselton Lumber post-game report. It's now time to get to our Play the Contest, brought to you in part by Agassi Precision Ag, your feature precision planting dealer. Really nice play defensively by Barnacle in the 6th inning to rob a hit by Bryce Mueller, but the 3-run shot was really the difference in this game that turned it on its head. And in that particular 4th inning, the 3-run homer by Jack Joyce played to Tate Barnacle and Ullman at the time, who came in for Finn Bergseth, made it a 6-3 contest, and they would pick up the win here in this one. As in a moment, we'll make our way down to the field to get to the first place and second place plaque, and also the winning championship as Mr. Boutain is going to get doused up the third base side here with a little victory bucket here for the Fargo Jets as we see it kind of coming through the chain link fence here. Again, that Agassi Feature Precision Egg Play the Contest will be by Jack Joyce here in this contest as they pick up the win in the 3-run homer as well. As Brent Everson's about ready to do the on-field presentation here, talking it over with Matt and Dustin Maggio on the field, as we will get to that here in a moment, but that is our Agassi Precision Egg Play the Contest. So we continue with more here on our Casselton Lumber post-game show, as we'll go throw one more time the final numbers here in this one. Sam Chase and the Jets with a run scored goes 0 for 3. Kobe Ebling in this game with a run scored as he goes 1 of 4 here today. Finn Bergseth here in this contest was able to pick up 2 hits, a run scored, as it'll be a 2. He goes 2 for 4 at the plate. Eli Emineth goes 2 for 4 at the plate with a run driven in. Tate Barnacle able to reach base a couple of times here with a single and a run scored. Hit by pitch as well a couple of times. Jack Joyce was able to, again, turn the wind around there in the 4th inning with 3 runs driven in. And he has reached base 3 times on a single, a homer, and a walk. Will go 2 of 3. Harper Schultz goes 0 for 3. You had Jeremiah Beckham goes 1 of 3. And then Evan Felbert today goes 2 of 3 with a run scored and a run driven in as well, as Casselton will come out and grab their plaque here as a second-place team. From there, Jack Everson goes 1 of 4 with a run scored for the Haymakers. Logan Broughton goes 0 for 4. Carter Maggio would go 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Ryan Osmondstad with a run scored. He reached base all 3 times, a single, hit by pitch, and a walk. Keegan Peterson at 0 for 3. Grayson Lewis with a squeeze play with a run driven in, goes 0 for 2. Bryce Mueller goes 1 of 3. Lucas Christensen 0 for 3, and Kegley goes 0 for 3. Our MVP here from the Fargo Jets will be Eli Emineth, here able to have himself a really nice quality performance, as he will be our player of the tournament. Our MVP here for the Fargo Jets is Eli Emineth. And then we'll come through as they continue with the awards ceremony here on yourliveevent.com for the Fargo Jets to come back through and pick up their hardware and their plaque one more time. So the Jets will win this one again, and they improve to 34-9 on the season. The Jets will be your State A Legion champs. The Haymakers will finish 19-18 on the season, be runner-up. Essentially, the Devils Lake Storm will finish 3rd and 4th respectively with Kindred and them as well. So the top 4 teams one more time from the state, as the Fargo Jets will come out and win the state championship here, as they will come on and grab their plaque one more time. And congratulations goes out to the Fargo Jets, as Brent Everson coming out and giving some handshakes, as they're going to be able to win that plaque and that state championship one more time here for Fargo. So the Fargo Jets will enjoy this one. They might be a little bit late to the banquet, but that's what Mike Boutain was talking about on our pregame, saying, hey, we're looking to be a little late to the banquet because that means we've had a good day from back this morning to where we are now. So with this one, Fargo Jets, as you see right there, talking with a Legion Club member, able to pick up the championship and earn this one as well for a championship, as they will take the hardware, they will take some photos, and they will go enjoy this title one more time here on yourliveevents.com. So congratulations to Fargo, as they will go out and take the team photo in front of, as they will take the team photo as well in front of the scoreboard. And we will try to hear from our game MVP player here today before we bid adieu after all the pomp and circumstance is on the field one more time. So that's what we'll try to do before that's all said and done, and then we will sign off, bid adieu, and Thompson looks like they're on the verge of winning the State B championship as well. Phenomenal tournament here put on by those in Casselton. Thanks for those that are watching at home as the team is making their way out to right center field to enjoy one more team photo before the summer officially wraps up in the tip of the cap, and a really nice tournament for the Haymakers as well. Obviously, anytime you get to a state championship, it's not the result you want when finishing second, but this was a team that was the 4 seed from the East, making it here to state via hosting here this season, and they made the most of hosting here in Casselton and getting all the way to the championship, and very close for this Haymaker club to try to win a state title, but it was the Fargo Jets who would be the victorious team as they were able to go through Devil's Lake, finish 3 innings off earlier this morning against the Haymakers, and then defeat the Haymakers in 7 as well, 6-3 by a final here in this one. The Jets 6, you had the Casselton Haymakers 3. We'll take a break with more after this and put a bow on our post-game show and return here in Casselton.
Your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd Our World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
What a tournament as you see it there one more time. Taking the plaque, taking the tournament bracket. That'll be in Jack Williams moving forward and around the Fargo Post 2. As, again, sometimes you just kind of go through the tournament and just not sure what might be the championship play, but you just need to get to the championship to have a chance. It was an Eastern sweep in day number 1. Day number 2, Mason Palmer with the complete game, perfect game against Fargo, and it was backs to the wall for the Jets. They won a whale of a contest with Valley City in 11 innings in their first elimination game, 6-4. They defeated Casselton earlier this morning in a game that eventually was paused due to weather, suspended till earlier this morning, and they came out with a 5-3 win. From there, you would have a 9-7 win for the Jets over Devil's Lake in the first, you could call it semifinal game, but in almost a championship game is what it kind of felt like in that one between those two. But the Jets won 9-7, then able to defeat Casselton here 6-3, as well as they pick up the win here in this contest. Again, your final 6-3, the Fargo Jets, as they are earning this championship and still have one more chance to celebrate a little bit more here. So we'll try to see if we can get Jack Joyce one more time to come up here to the press box one more time before we bid adieu, as he's making his way to the dugout right now, as he will come up here for a post-game interview in just a few moments, as this will be making his way up here. The Jets with a run in the first, 3 runs in the fourth, and 3 runs in the 6th inning. That is 2 runs in the 6th inning, while on the opposite side for the Haymakers, 1 run in the second, 2 runs in the third here in this contest as well. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll hear from the 3-run shot by Jack Joyce and return here on your liveevent.com.
Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per roll per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
As we come back here on our post-game show, this interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank. Joined us, the man with the 3-run shot again to give Fargo the lead 4-3, and eventually the game-winning hit as well. That is Jack Joyce with the 3-run homer. Jack, let's just start there. You get that 3-run homer. Just take us through your mind in that particular inning where you're able to see Finn Bergseth get aboard in front of you, Tate Barnacle with 2 singles. Oman comes in and courtesy runs for Bergseth. Just kind of take us through that at bat where early on you were hunting and found one to hit to right field.
Yeah, I was really just trying to put the ball in play, get a few runs back for my team because we were obviously down at the moment. And it was awesome to hit a home run, but I was really just trying to put the ball in play.
You know, able to have a good pitching performance by Kobe Aebling. He worked out of some jams early in the game, 4 solid innings, and then Chase slams the door as well. Just 1 hit against him. What can you say about the pitching staff here in this contest?
It was amazing today. We really didn't have much left, and the guys who hadn't pitched much this year really just came in clutch and showed what they can do, why we're this team that we are.
As a player, take us through the last 24 hours, right? You were about 24 hours ago ready to play the Haymakers. You got into a couple of delays, a game that got suspended. You finished it off earlier this morning, not knowing how many more games you're going to get. Yeah. What has it been like as a player the last 24 hours?
It's been a new experience, to be honest. I have never, like in a state tournament, gotten delayed and just came back the next day to play a different game. But, you know, we played through it. We have been the team we showed that we are the team that we are all year, and we just showed, yeah.
What was it like to play 2.5 baseball games in one day a little bit here?
It was definitely a lot. I kind of smell bad right now, but I think we're all exhausted, but, you know, we're a good team, and we can do it.
How sweet is this? I know we were talking with Mike Boutain. He goes, I hope our post-Euro ceremony will be a little bit later here as you have that here for post-2. Just how sweet is that going to be, bringing that hardware home and that state championship home?
Awesome. The Junior Legion team in our teams, they won too, and we're just going to be celebrating together, and it's going to be an awesome time.
Hey, Jack, we'll let you go enjoy this one. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Congratulations, and best of luck moving forward down the line.
Thank you so much.
And again, Jack Joyce with us here, our player of the game. We'll put a bow on this one next as the Jets are your 2025 State A Legion baseball champs.
At Casselton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
As we come back here and put a bow on our Casselton Lumber postgame show. The Fargo Jets win it 6-3 over the Casselton Haymakers here in the championship. Top 4 teams, again, all from the East with Devils Lake and Kindred as well. A lot of people to thank one more time. Everybody involved with the Casselton Baseball Association, from Jack Everson to Cal Lewis to Matt Dakota to Ryan Bussey to Dustin Maggio and the crew the entire week, just helping us out with any questions that we might have with your live event. So a big tip of the cap to them. Thanks to all of our sponsors, and thanks to those who work behind the scenes at Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting as well. So again, the Fargo Jets are your champs in the A. They will join Fargo post 400 in terms of a really nice season, as Fargo post 400 finished second in their respective state AA, but they'll advance to Central Plains Regional. They will join in terms of state champs, the West Fargo Patriots in AA, and then it looks like Thompson's going to win the B, as it's 9-0 Thompson, top of the 6th inning, unless Lemoore can make a valiant comeback. You can watch the remainder of that game also on yourliveevent.com. But the Fargo Jets able to play 2.5 games here this morning and afternoon in Casselton. Started back at 10:30, and it wrapped up on the final outs just after 4:30 here in this one. So 6 solid hours of baseball for the Jets as they find a way to get by the Haymakers once, Devils Lake, and the Haymakers one more time. I'm Chase Miller. Thanks so much for tuning into our broadcast, and join us for more coverage coming up on August 22nd for our next high school football game. Volleyball to follow after that, and we'll just get to the swing of things after Labor Day. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Monday, and join us for more sports here on yourliveevent.com.